You deserve to have friends who are better than those guys from high school who are still doing all of the bad habits, who you're still in a weird way attached to, even though that you know it's not right for you to be there. Because it's hard to detach away, isn't it? It's hard to consider thinking to leave this environment. It's hard to think how you would even go about it. It feels so awkward because, you know, not only does it feel awkward of what they would say, for some reason we stay stuck in these situations in relationships that aren't good for us because there's something, you know, primal inside of us, isn't there? There's, you know, it's like evolution, that if you imagine like cavemen, how many cavemen would have left their tribes? Probably not that many, because it would have symbolized death. You don't leave your tribe because you usually would die if that happened. You know, the lone wolf is a myth. There are no lone wolves because they all die off. No animal like really survives by itself. No human survives by himself. And so to consider to leave the tribe, leave the friendship group, leave the resources and the social inclusion and, you know, the body heat of other people to go out there and venture alone seems so scary. But I promise you right now, I have not seen it any other way. I wish that I could tell you the most wholesome answer I could tell you is, bro, try and get them onto self-improvement as well. Try and get them into the gym. And there's probably one friend that, you know, it's a little bit close to getting onto self-improvement with you. That's awesome. But for most of the friends, they're simply not going to. I hope that you can kind of trust in my expertise here, being like, you know, the self-improvement guy for a lot of like young men who have watched my videos. Trust me when I say I've tried to get thousands or at least hundreds of guys to get their friends onto self-improvement, and it usually never works. Because I can help you, I think, because of the fact of how much you want to improve. But even then, think about it. You have this burning desire to improve your life. You don't feel like complacent. You really want to improve. You really don't want to be average, right? And self-improvement's still hard, isn't it? It's still really, really hard. And you have the burning desire to do it, but it's still difficult. So imagine the guy who doesn't even care about it that much. Imagine like the friend of yours who doesn't even like think about self-improvements. If he doesn't even have that burning desire, it's going to be technically impossible for him. It's hard enough for us. And when we really value growth, like, you know, that's our values. We value growth and progress.